denyo ho da dang dang. And go denyo ho da dang dang. This is the blackport.
Yabo!
AKA Kuku shoot them away, we speak truth to power. Now here we don't criticize, but if we must criticize, we'll only just criticize to build and not to destroy. That is why we say we are in the service of God and country. This is the voice of the people, and the voice of the people is the voice of God. From the newsreel, we endeavor to always keep it real. And we go straight for the jugular vein. This is the blackport, aka Kukushunomo. Yes. Now the very first story today is taken from 3news.com, my own 3news.com, one of the most credible sources of news online. And I read 24-hour economy initiative. Extraordinary times require extraordinary interventions. And this is Mahama speaking, former president. I read. Now the 24-hour economy initiative is the answer to Ghana's economic challenges for now and the future. Flag bearer of the National Democratic Congress, the NDC, John Dramani Mahama, has said. Mr. Mahama says extraordinary times require extraordinary interventions, hence the 24-hour economy proposal. Extraordinary times require extraordinary interventions. The 24-hour initiative is the answer for now and the future, he wrote on X. Earlier, while addressing Ghanaians on Sunday, June 9, he said, it will create an enabling environment with deliberate policies for businesses, companies, and government institutions to operate 24/7 in a 3-8-hour shift system. Now, the 24-hour economy will see banks operating 24 hours. Now, you can walk into any bank. My brother, my sister, as is explained here, 8-hour shift system, 3 of them. 8, 8, 8, that's 24. So the first shift is 8 hours. They close and they go. Second shift is another 8 hours. And then the last shift is 8 hours. My brother, my sister, like it is done in some areas of the world, we will now see that the normal 8 to 5 jobs will be extended. My brother, my sister, jobs and employments that used to start at 8 and close at 5 now would extend that to another 16 hours to complete the 24-hour shift system. My brother, my sister, if 10 people were employed in the first shift, all other things remaining equal, it means 20 more people would be employed in the next 2 shifts. Anybody who doesn't want this must be the grandson of Lucifer Macarius. I want to see a proper 24-hour shift system happen. There are already some companies that are existing and partaking in the so-called 24-hour economy. My brother, my sister, as Mahama is speaking, he wants to see it on a larger scale, like we have that in America, in England, in Germany, and all those countries that we go to begging and belittling ourselves. My brother, my sister, when they said they were going to have free SHS, many were the naysayers and said it was nothing but political. We supported Nana Akufo-Addo because we believed that it was something that we could do with all the gold that we sit on, and pride ourselves in the fact that we have a king who sits on gold. My brother, my sister, nobody in that kingdom should be poor. Like in the days of the ancient Ghana Empire. It's a mockery to sit on gold and your people are hungry. It's a mockery to wear gold around and sit in a palanquin and drummers are drumming a dua all over you, yet your people are hungry. You must take steps to make sure everybody's hand is on deck. How can you claim that your father is so rich yet you are hungry? Let's go into the Bible. Now the prodigal son was so rich when he was with his father. He took the riches away blew everything away, and he started feeling like eating the same food that he was feeding to the pigs in a piggery. What did he do? He said, I must return to my father. And when he did, oh, his fortunes turned around fresh again. You cannot claim to have a kingdom that has gold. You cannot claim that you have a country that used to be called the Gold Coast, yet the people are overly impoverished. Yet the people are all running away from the so-called gold, running into countries that have never seen gold, countries like Thailand, my brother, my sister, and much more. It is a mockery of our blessing. A 24-hour economy will turn us into the babies who have been eating baby food all this time, who have been spoon-fed so we can stand like men. Now Mahama has said something that has touched the very fiber of my existence. What did he say? He said extraordinary times require extraordinary interventions. Mr. Mahama, you are saying all the things that we want to hear as Pan-Africanists. We applaud you. And we say that this is great. This is great. Now, extraordinary times require extraordinary interventions with extraordinary people. Add that. Mr. Mahama, are you ready to be extraordinary? I want to believe that the fact that you have thought it, and by saying thought, I'm saying T-H-O-U-G-H-T, the past tense of thinking. Once you have thought it, I want to believe that it is already in motion. And I want to leave you with an African proverb. It says that when a king surrounds himself with wise viziers, it means wise men, the king, no matter how long he sleeps, he is seen as the wisest king. My brother, my sister, what does it mean? Now, by the fact that you have surrounded yourself with great thinkers, they will think for you. You don't need to do any thinking, yet all the credit comes to you because you have taken the right decision. It's like a man who invests wisely. He can go to sleep for as long as he wants. Every time he wakes up, money smiles at his face, and he is always in opulence, even though he's not working presently. A king who invests in wise men is the wisest king, as seen by everybody. I will implore you, Mr. President, should you come into power the way Ghanaians overwhelmingly want to in power, should you make it into the presidency, again, I repeat, be on an agenda of patriotism. Hi, you can provide them with all the extraordinary initiatives, all the extraordinary interventions. Trust me, it will all come to nothing if patriotism does not take the center stage. Provide them with all the modern hospitals. Doctors and nurses will still steal medicines and drugs. They will provide free services to their loved ones and friends and collapse the system. Provide them with all the electricity that you can. Patriotism will let them hold on to it, sustain it, but lack of patriotism will require that they would steal the electrical power. It's so sad, my brother. Some of them would even connect illegally, like we see in some of the slums in Accra and beyond. There are some people who pride themselves in the fact that they have been stealing power for the past 20 years. Nobody has caught them. So they are almost in the status of King Kong, untouchables. They are too smart. When you steal from the government, you are smart. Oh my God, what a people. So Mr. Mahama, two things. Surround yourself with wise men, not yes men. Should I say it again? Write it down. Mr. Mahama, in your next presidency, surround yourself with wise men, not yes men. Please write that down. Now the next thing I want to look at is coming from Ghana Web, and it says NPP's Owusu Bempah drags Okudzeto Ablakwa to Shraj over indulging in profitable enterprise without permission. Now the member of parliament for North Tongue, Samuel Okudzeto Ablakwa, has been dragged to the Commission on Human Rights and Administrative Justice Shraj by the Deputy Director of Communications of the New Patriotic Party, Ernest Owusu Bempah Bonsu. Now the petition is for Shraj to probe the NP over his supposed violation of a provision in the 1992 Constitution by engaging in a profitable venture without seeking approval from Parliament. He said the act contradicts the very Constitution the MP swore on oath to uphold. Now, according to details of the petition made available to Ghana Web and dated Friday, June 7, 2024, Ernest Owusu Bempah alleged that the North Tongue NP is the director, sole shareholder, and beneficial owner of Volta Clenham Farms and Industries Limited, incorporated on the 2nd of September. That's my birthday. Oh my God. 2021. Ablakwa, if proven to be the owner of the company in question, will then be occupying a position of profit or emolument in violation of Article 98(2) of the 1992 Constitution. Oh my God. They say when you fight corruption, corruption would fight you back. I don't like this Ernest Owusu Bempah guy. I honestly don't like him. But I applaud what he's doing. My brother, I like people who seemingly fight for the nation. It doesn't matter how clean you think you are. If somebody comes to say that he has found a dirty spot on you, let's investigate it. Ablakwa is on record to have said time and again that he doesn't own any farm anywhere in the world, not in space and not also on earth. Ablakwa has said it unequivocally, clearly, that he doesn't own, my brother, my sister, a centimeter of a farm. He is not a farmer. This same Clenham thing came out for discussion a few months back. Now, if Ernest Owusu Bempah is bringing up this, it means that he must have some kind of evidence. I am happy that MPs in Ghana are barred from doing businesses that send them money. My brother, my sister, so that they can concentrate on whatever they are doing. My brother, my sister, we can go into the debate. MPs are paid so they will be able to work. But we all know what it takes to be an MP in a country that is so polarized with corruption. A country that is so indebtedly inundated with corruption. A country, my brother, my sister, that has corruption as its middle name. A corruption that reigns a manner of corruption. And you know what it means to say manner, M-A-N-N-A. In Ghana, it reigns the manner of corruption. People are so ridiculously corrupt. People that you believe for one reason that they will stay away from corruption are some of the most corrupt people you would find in the country. People who came from the West and are avowed anti-corruption campaigners. In no time, they catch the bug of corruption. They steal worse than Napoleon Bonaparte did. Worse than Christopher Columbus did. My brother, my sister, Ernest Owusu Bempah has made a point. We all remember same Owusu Bempah, Ernest Owusu Bempah Bonsu, who is a stooge of the party in power. They make their money by making ugly noises about decent people in the society so that the government will see them to be working. In fact, people like Owusu Bempa, they make money by making noise. They are paid for making noise, not for thinking. But whatever it is, again, I applaud this move. I hope that it will be investigated properly and the culprit is made to suffer. My brother, my sister, the sad thing is that if it comes out to naught, Owusu Bempa just walks away quietly. Nothing happens to him. That is why they say the law is an ass. Anybody can walk up to it, waste everybody's time, knowing very well they are wasting everybody's time. But of course, it's good to try. I'll leave it here. Next thing, he's taken from Peace FM Online, and he says, what can you do if we give you another 4 after 8 years? And this is Nana Ohene Ntow scolding Bawumia. And somebody would ask, who is Nana Ohene Ntow? He must be an NDC guy. So he doesn't want Bawumia to be president. That's why he's asking him this question. Let's find out if he's truly an opposition member. Let's go. Former General Secretary of the ruling New Patriotic Party. So he's a member of Bawumia's party. And he's asking the needful question. Former General Secretary of the ruling New Patriotic Party and currently a staunch leader for the movement for change, led by Alan Tremantin, Nana Ohene Ntow has fired shots at the New Patriotic Party. According to him, the incumbent government has corrupted a number of institutions in the country since its inception. Nana Ohene Ntow, contributing to Peace FM's Kokroko discussion show, stated emphatically that the Akufo-Addo Bawumia government has corrupted the media and judiciary. I like that. Saying a lot of people have the feeling or the perception that the media today has been corrupted by this government more than any other government in our history. The perception is that the judicial system has been corrupted. He added major institutions of governance under this particular government have been more compromised than ever before in our history. If you couldn't do anything in 8 years, what can you do if we give you yet another 4 years? Mr. Ohene Ntow blasted the presidential candidate of the New Patriotic Party, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Now, he was sitting on a program that has also been corrupted by the president. Now, the host of the program, the long-standing host of the program, Kokroko, that I have so much respect for, and I'll never look down on him in any way, has been given a presidential appointment by the president in power. And he is a journalist. He took it. The day he was given this, I was one of the first people to come up and say, watch it. It's good to contribute positively to the nation. But be careful. This is not a bait. Because he who feeds you controls you. The president cannot give you a presidential appointment on a silver platter and you come on radio and criticize him. You won't have the effrontery. He is buying your silence. Hallelujah. Today is the same language Ohene Ntow is saying. My only disappointment is in the fact that for nearly 8 years that all these people were part of the NPP, they were all playing the charade of praising Nana Akufo-Addo and touting his prominence of honesty until they were kicked out. Once they were kicked out, Ohene Ntow and his boss, Alan Tremantin, and Hopeful Adoye I beg your pardon, Hopson Adoye, and some other people have been talking ill about this government. Now the big question is, if you were still part of the government without being kicked out, would you still have said the same things? That is why politicians cannot be trusted. A lot of them are hypocrites. They have no shame. They don't care about the country. All they care about is their own livelihood. They don't care if they leave and 1 million more people die. After all, they have a penchant for corruption. I leave it here. Ohene Ntow also said that the judiciary has been corrupted more than ever by this regime. My brother, my sister, do you need a wizard? Do you need Kweku Bonsam to authenticate this? Or do you need the wizard of all? Or do you need Thor to hammer down his heavy hammer to cause thunder and lightning before you get to know that this is the truth? This president is a shame to the legal profession. I leave it here. Write it down. I said this president called Nana Akufo-Addo is a shame to the legal profession and the judiciary in this country. Yes. My brother, my sister, at this point, I want to end on a sad note. There is something I'm reading from here that is interesting. It's from My Joy Online, and it's interesting. Come along. It says, Godfrey Dame is one of the many worthy products of my law firm. And that is Nana Akufo-Addo talking. And I read, in the wake of growing calls for his resignation or removal from office as the Attorney General and Minister of Justice over allegations of professional misconduct, Mr. Godfrey Dame appears to have found favor before the president. Without making any direct comment on the current controversy in the ongoing ambulance procurement trial, in which a High Court judge has advised Mr. Dame to recuse himself, the president hailed Mr. Dame as one of the best products shaped by his law firm, Akufo-Addo, Prempeh & Co., where Mr. Dame received his professional legal practice. If Nana Akufo-Addo is your law mentor, then I can tell what kind of lawyer you are. Show me your friend, and I'll show you your character. Show me your teacher, and I'll tell you your destiny. Nana Akufo-Addo is a bad lawyer. He's a shame to the legal profession. Instead of advising your bad nut student to recuse himself and stay away like Cecilia Dapar did, you have come back with your penchant for exonerating people prejudicially. Oh, he is one of the best that I've ever trained. He is one of the most to the antique time, loyal ones to the legal system. The same thing he said about Cecilia Dapar. This president is arrogantly shameless. And I'm so ashamed. The legal profession should be inviting these people over, stripping him of his legal titles. After all, we are told he doesn't even have a certificate. My brother, my sister, what kind of a shameful behavior is this? A man who has been caught on tape, allegedly, planning a coup d'etat against justice, or better still, against the justice system. This is the man who is the best from your school of lawyers. Oh my God. Then I can tell what kind of lawyers you have in there. And remember, the Chief Justice is also from his law firm. So is he employing people from his law firm so that he will be able to keep his dirty hands covered. He'll be able to keep his cupboard full of skeletons permanently closed. To God be the glory. May the thunder of God strike them all. May it strike their bald heads. May it open their heads asunder and splash out their brains. May they catch diseases that have no cure. May they suffer for making Ghanaians suffer. All those people who evilously have pushed Ghanaians into these doldrums. I'll leave it here.